Bossy.
Bossy. She is a superlative in every way, and everybody remembers superlatives in high school, the most popular, the most likely to succeed. Well, I think of her as a superlative in there are so many examples. She is the most likely to get caught wearing an apron to Publix. She is the most likely person to take a piece of furniture out of her house and find a place in yours. She is the most likely person to have a guy, a carpenter, an upholsterer, a painter, a plumber, a tile guy, a yard guy, you name it. Definitely the most valuable resource for all these things. She's the most hilarious, and she always has been. Actually, might be my earliest memory. I remember my brother and I think I was 4, he was 6. We're on the wall back behind my house in Ferdinand, and the wall was actually owned by the mean neighbor behind us, a woman, and so my brother and I would sit on the wall and we would just basically walk back and forth. And the lady came out and she yelled at us, she's like, "Get off my wall!" And she goes, "If you don't get off my wall, I'm going to turn on the sprinklers." So we jump off and we run inside and we tell my mom what this mean lady said. She's like, "Okay, come on." She took us in our bedroom, put on her bathing suit, and said, "Go back out there."
I did? I don't remember that. That was when I could wear a bathing suit.
No, you didn't go. You put us on our bathing suits.
Oh, okay.
She's the most amazing girlfriend to many, as witnessed by all of you here today. If something randomly shows up on my front porch, she's the person most likely to have put it there. She is one of the 2 best grandmas. Pat, the other grandmas here today. She took my kids for 10 nights in November so Mason and I could go to Hawaii, which was amazing. She is the most generous human I know. Another quick story is when I was at an estate sale and I saw some patio furniture that I loved, and I'm looking at it, and of course I call her and I was like describing it to her, and she's like, "I'm on my way." She's there in about 3 seconds. The patio furniture cost about $800, but it was nice, and it's an estate sale, so she and I are, I was like, "I don't know, it's $800, should I get it?" She's like, "Yes, you deserve it, your patio needs it, you've got to get this furniture." And I'm like, okay, so I wrote a check. The next day she comes over to my house, we're looking at the furniture, and she hands me this bejeweled lipstick case, and she's like, "Here, this is for you." I was like, "Oh, thank you. It's really pretty." She goes, "It's really good for holding money." And it had 8 $100 bills.
Oh. That's small.
Hey. And I'm extremely proud.
I remember
My superlative is I'm the person becoming most like her. Everyone tells me I look a lot like her, so I'm a lot like her in the big ways. I look like her. I'm starting to talk like her. I think the same things are hilarious that she thinks. So the other day I was driving in my car and I didn't have any music on. And I was thinking about, because I knew I wanted to say something, and I could hear myself breathing, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm even starting to breathe like her." But however, Mason, and I were getting ready for a dinner party the other night, and my husband points out, so he and I were kind of talking about, I'm going to say something, and Mason's like, "However, you're truly not really like your mom, because if you were, that table would have been set 2 weeks ago." So, happy birthday.